just happened to take a look at this massive soil blocks I've got going on here. This tray of easy leaf lettuce that I seeded is starting to pop up, so these need to go out to the greenhouse table to get some light. La la la, la la la. Here's my salanova lettuce and my bok choy and my easy leaf lettuce. And I'm just gonna cover them right up with my 2 layers of agribon and let them hang out here in the sunlight. Okay, dudes, so last week I wanted to make racks that I could put my soil block trays on just so they're germinating. And so I cleared out this, I just kind of cleared out this mess that was in here, kind of. And I've got some 2x2s and some 1x4s. And I'm going to put these up here to make the supports. I've got them pre-drilled. And that's what I'm doing. So here we go, folks. You'll see me doing my first fastener here. Let's get this thing in here started. Oh man, is this the wrong? Oh man, is this the wrong? Oh, it's the wrong bit. Hang on below. Got a different bit. There, yes. And let's see if it's gonna work out. Yes. Okie doke, isn't this exciting? Let's see if I can kind of keep it right here. Oh shoot, man. I can't press hard enough. And I almost need a clamp, don't I? Okay, what if I do this? What if I do it like that? Okay. Okay, it's not perfect this time. Better than nothing. Okay, ready? Get in there, buddy. Oh man, that's my bad thumb. Okay, so let's just see. Let's just test this out, shall we? What I was thinking is that I could, instead of like fastening these in, I could just leave them loose so I can just take them out later. And then if I wanted to just use it like this, you know, like put a potted plant underneath the lights or something, that I can, after I'm done germinating, I could just pull these out, right? So this is how this is, so I could just do this, and I think that would be enough support if I just did it like that. Now, is it going to be hard sliding the trays in if this isn't fastened? Probably. I suppose what I could do is just put a little screw on either side, just so it'll stop it from moving back. Do this, doesn't matter. See what that's like. And that's about perfect. And I can fit 2 trays here. And because they just need to germinate. They're not growing in under lights. They're just like germinate a little tiny bit, and then I take them out to the greenhouse table, and then they can live out there. 6 at a minimum, so that's 12 trays. I can get all the trays off the floor. Okay, this is gonna be awesome. Let's just keep on keeping on. Okay guys, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay dudes. I've got, well, these are the ones that are fastened in place, but screws to hold these guys from moving backwards. And as long as I'm not doing basil right away, 7 times 2 is 14 slots. So I'm gonna seed these trays of soil blocks tonight, slide those suckers in there, and then tomorrow I'll make more soil blocks, seed the rest of my transplants that I need to get done right now. And yeah, in the meantime, I gotta find a place to stash all this garden supply stuff that I had stashed in here. But yes. So this is awesome. I'm gonna be able to move this cardboard corral from the middle of the room. That will give me space to make more soil blocks. got my disaster here, but trays plus my tub of leeks plus plenty of room for more trays. And these are my 2 sets of lights for when I'm going to be starting my basil indoors. So that's pretty cool. Looking at my planting calendar from last season, I need to seed my garden transplants. 2 flats each, green sweet crisp, red incised, 1 seed per cell. 1 tray of narrow di Toscana kale, 2 seeds per cell, just in case. Each of these flats is 72 soil blocks. These are 1.5 inch square soil blocks. I'm going to do 36 dazzling blue kale, 24 of the collard greens, and 12 of the mustard greens. Temperatures are still quite low at night. Got down to like 35 last night Fahrenheit. When the sun's out, it's getting the high 40s during the day. So it looks really nice, but it's still chilly. I'm gonna be in the house today working on soil blocks. I've got 1 last tray of soil blocks that I made last year. Soaking soil blocks. Okie doke. The floor is cleaned out. And I've got 7 more flats, soil blocks, and I'll go ahead and seed those tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna seed some herbs, 2 trays of Italian parsley, probably a couple seeds per cell since it's from last year, maybe germination's down a bit. Dill, 1 tray, a couple seeds per cell, and cilantro. Probably just because the seeds are so big, I'm just going to put 1 in the little divot. And then I've got my new variety of mature chard, 1 seed per cell, and onions. I'm going to do sets of 12 seeds per cell, and that'll be it for now. This is our last dry day, I think, for a while. It's supposed to start raining, so I'm going to go outside and do a few chores. Okay, folks, so I got all the house chores done, compost dumped and stuff. I've got some greenhouse tables over there, 3 more that I need to move into the greenhouses. So when my trays of soil blocks have germinated up at the house, I can take them down here and put them on the tables in the greenhouses. I've got 1 table that's missing one of the copper legs. So I'm gonna get that figured out. Okay, I got the 1 table in this greenhouse. This is my Mizuna coming up. And orach and spinach coming up. Let's see. A little concerned that the soil might be getting dry. No, it's okay. But I gotta think about maybe running the drip at some point. Okay, and then this greenhouse, I've got the 2 trays of bok choy and lettuce for the greenhouse planting. Spinach doing nicely. I think I might pull. I've got this doubled up, and I don't think we're gonna get freezing temperatures anymore. Oh my gosh, I've got so much horsetail in here. That was spinach, this is orach. Let's see. It's getting a little dry. I need to think about running the drip or something at some point. And I think these guys are ready to plant, really. I should just plant them. So later on, I don't know when, I'm gonna come in here
knock back all those weeds, get to that horsetail, and transplant the bok choy in there, which was the plan in the first place, was to get the bok choy in there. Did I say I'll add a little fertilizer before I put the bok choy in too, like I did with the other beds earlier. And then the lettuce, I'm not sure which bed I'm going to put that in.
Okay, folks, so I'm out here in the greenhouses dealing with this direct seeded stuff while it's drizzling rain outside. And I just went ahead and pulled off the row cover on all the beds in all the greenhouses. And I weeded the spinach bed in there and these two, this Mizuna and orch and spinach over here. You know, I used my little wire hoe and went through there. Hopefully everybody's gonna survive that. And I think I'm gonna leave the row cover off because we're not supposed to get freezing temperatures for the next number of days. And just a little concerned about the moisture in the beds. Like this one is plenty moist. I think the spinach bed in there is plenty moist, but this one over here is a little dry. And in fact, I had a little bit of germination issues in some places because of that. But you know, I've got drip hose here, and so it kind of just, the water comes out each hole. And so it doesn't really cover everything. Plus, this time of year, the water is just ice cold. So if I run it a lot to try and get some moisture, then the soil is going to be really cold and there's no sun to bring the soil up to temp. So I don't quite know what to do. I think what I'm going to do is like, okay, you guys, there's moisture down there. You better dig for it. I also planted some bok choy transplants at all of the bed ends in here, and I'll do the same in there, just to attract away the slugs, you know. Anyway, so I've dealt with the Mizuna, orch, and spinach. I'm going to go over to the other greenhouse and deal with the transplants. Okay, I'm in the other greenhouse. This is the spinach bed that I've got weeded. And I forgot, I've got radishes planted at all the bed ends in this greenhouse to attract away slugs, so I don't need to plant bok choy in this spinach bed. I don't know if I said already, but one thing I was thinking is that maybe instead of drip hose, I should run soaker hose in the spring if I'm doing direct seeded stuff, if that wouldn't be wet the soil more uniformly at the surface. I mean, you know, it's obvious I could just water them from the top, but especially on a day like this where it's overcast, I end up taking the chance I'll get mildew. Especially I've had problems with that in the past, getting mildew in my baby greens. I've learned that I cannot just let volunteer seed come up, because otherwise I just end up with a weedy mess like this. I added about 1.5 pounds of this vegan mix fertilizer that I've had up above in the compost bins for like years. So I don't know how much fertilizer degrades. I've got 62 bok choy and a little bit of space at the end because I scavenged some of the bok choy for the bed ends in the other greenhouse. On to lettuce in the spinach bed. Alrighty, so I've got a gap right here with no lettuce. And then I've got 50 little lettuce buddies. 4 rows, just like I did the bok choy. So tiny. And some of these guys, you know, were just so small. I thought I'd just give them more time in their soil blocks. And this is my lettuce in case I need more out here. Okay, folks, so the soil in this bed's a little bit damper than the soil in this bed. They really need some water. And I thought about watering in the hole before I transplanted, but honestly, I didn't have the patience. And really, the soil needs to be wetted a little bit better. So, okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm not watering tonight because it's too late. Green leaf is up. Red leaf is up. Miscellaneous kale, collards, mustard up. This thing of kale is up. And then, of course, these guys I seeded a little bit later, so they'll take a little bit longer, especially the herbs. There we go, folks. Okay, we're having a weirdly sunny morning. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, so I got the greenhouses done. I watered in by hand the transplants of lettuce and bok choy, and then I turned on the drip to the 2 beds that were especially dry, the mizuna and the spinach beds. And I did have one blowout in one of my drip hoses. The stuff's really old. I'm just trying to baby it for one more season, because next year I'm gonna have a whole new greenhouse configuration and a new irrigation system. So I have time to figure out how I want to do that. Ooh, the sun is so nice. The clouds and rain are so dreary, but the clouds and the rain, they are coming. I'll see you guys next week. And I've cleared out the dance floor. Doop, 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 doop. Get out on the dance floor.